Thank you all.
Gentleman yields, and I recognize the gentleman from New York, Mr. Garbarino.
Thank you, Chairman. Perfect timing, and thanks for holding this great hearing today. As the chair of the Subcommittee on Cybersecurity Infrastructure Protection, I'm especially concerned about the potential for foreign manufactured drones to be exploited by adversaries to carry out cyber-physical attacks against critical systems. Many U.S. law enforcement and municipal agencies continue to use DJI drones despite security warnings from the Department of Homeland Security and CISA. Mr. Walker, Mr. Feddersen, from your perspectives, what are the cyber risks posed by these platforms, and do you believe agencies understand the surveillance or data exfiltration vulnerabilities they may be exposing themselves to? Sorry, Mr. Feddersen, if you want.
Yeah, so I appreciate the question, sir. The cyber effect, obviously, we've seen in different formats and different forms, capable of carrying a virus, injecting it into, Internet of Things in different places. We've seen this happen. We know it's happened several times. Anything that can connect Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or anything that connect even on the LTE bands can inject some type of virus or some type of cybersecurity vulnerability into the system. This is something that I know the interagency is aware of. They're trying to address it, but when it comes from all the different threat vectors out there, a cyber attack from a drone tends to fall low on the list. It's not that it shouldn't be up on the list or it shouldn't be considered. It's just a priority-based aspect of things. But we know the potential's there. We know it's been used in the past.
Mr. Walker.
Thank you. It's a really good question, and it's a very important matter. Essentially, any time that we have, interconnected devices, Internet of Things on a broad scale like this, you have cybersecurity concerns. One of the things that we proposed in our written statement was that we need to have a digital flight authorization service that has cryptographic credentials for both the operators, for the platform, and for their intention. And that only when those three elements are fused together in an appropriate manner will we authorize that flight. That is just one approach that we believe is appropriate to ensuring that we are strengthening our cybersecurity wall against potential vulnerabilities.
Mr. Feddersen, in your answer, you said that the interagencies are aware, you believe they're aware, and they're trying to address it. How wouldn't addressing it just be stop using the drones, or, is there another way to address it?
Honestly, the simplest way to do it is to use detection and mitigation capabilities that are out there today. The technologies and vendors that are out there can identify and stop a drone from moving into an area that may be sensitive or protected. Again, when you talked about critical infrastructure, though, I think it's important for us to remember that critical infrastructure is protected by private security, not law enforcement. So when we talk about data centers, we talk about stadiums or anything else, or even power plants, even our own nuclear plants, are private security, not state and local law enforcement. So the authorities that we talk about must be expanded to them as well if we're going to actually take care of our critical infrastructure.
I've had this discussion with the NFL and a whole bunch of other people saying these authorities need to be expanded to local law enforcement when these issues arise. Mr. Walker, did you want to add something else? You look like you're about to know. Any other two want to add anything? Okay. Mr. Feddersen, as we've seen, our adversaries have utilized unmanned aircraft system capabilities for various activities and conflicts around the world. Based on your work in the intelligence and cyber operations, how realistic is the threat of adversaries using unmanned aircraft systems platforms to pre-conflict shaping activities, such as mapping soft targets or collecting signal intelligence inside the United States?
It's already being used, sir. You just take a look at the borders, you take a look at the cartels, you talk to the cells that we know are inside the country. We know the agencies are actively pursuing them and going after them, but the threat is here today.
It's just not the border, though. What else are they mapping out that we might not have, the public doesn't know about yet, or it's not on the top of their radar?
It's pattern of life. They watch agents, they watch officials, government officials going to from their house. They figure out patterns that they can do surveillance and figure out patterns of airports, other critical infrastructure aspects of things. And we know, in particularly prisons, are being infiltrated every day with drones that are going back and forth. So again, it's being able to figure out guard shifts, patterns, different things like that.
Yeah, I'd like to add to that, Congressman. I mean, there's been 3,000 drone flights, unauthorized and unidentified drone flights over power plants and power installations in the last 24 months alone, that we don't know who flew it, why they were there, and what their intention was, and what data they collected. So sometimes it's difficult to answer your question on specifically what we're doing because we don't know who they are.
I had another question, but I've run out of time, and I yield back. Thank you, Chairman.